Hey everyone! Today I'm taking you to the Santa Paula Punch Bowl in Ventura County. It is a pretty long trip, about 7 to 8 miles round trip, and we were planning to check out the first four first, deciding if we could manage the extra mile to the Punch Bowl. It was about 1.5 hour drive from our place in LA, and we went there on Valentine's Day, so it was kind of empty, not very crowded, but we were really there early in the morning. From the start, the trail was just beautiful with the rocks and the refreshing sound of the river. I kept saying how stunning it was. I can say 70% of the trail is shady, but 30% might be a lot of sun. And be sure to bring hats, plenty of water, and snacks before, because it's a long trip and you will get hungry. The first time we crossed the river, it is here, and the water was freezing. The terrain here was quite crazy compared to the other alleys I've experienced. The first part was manageable, as you can see here, but we decided to go to Punch Bowl after the first four, so the mile from the first four to the Punch Bowl was definitely the most challenging. I can't count how many times we crossed the river, so make sure you wear the water shoes. You know, if you go here, I definitely recommend you to go to the Punch Bowl, at least until to the Punch Bowl. It was challenging, but it was totally worth it. At the trailhead, there's a warning sign for the wildlife or snakes. Luckily, I didn't find any snakes or nothing. If you want to see more or experience this trail for yourself, keep watching and follow along. And also, don't forget to download the offline map because a lot of people got lost here if you don't know the trail. Even though it's your second time or third time, I think many people get lost. We met a lady along the way and they joined our group because they got lost. So just make sure you downloaded your map before you go there. And now we're starting the incline. It is a bit steep, but not too difficult. There's not a lot of shades here, so it's best to go early in the morning to avoid the sun. This is where the climb begins. We're getting close to the fall now. We ended up taking a shortcut instead of following the main trail, so it was a bit more challenging. One of my friends, who's a not a very experienced hiker, found it pretty tough. This is where the climb begins. As you can see here, she is struggling a bit, but she made it. Okay, we've reached the first floor. It took us about 2 hours with a few stops for photos and flying the drone. It was quite a view. Here, I'm trying to persuade my friend to continue to the punch bowl, but she was too scared to come along. The last mile was pretty challenging, so it was a good decision she didn't join us, and we decided to head to the punch bowl next. It starts to get tough here. As you can see, we're using ropes to help us along, and the water is getting a bit more rough. At this point, my whole lower body part is pretty wet now, and so don't forget to bring extra clothes. You will definitely get soaked. This part is pretty tough. You have to scramble a bit. If you are carrying a backpack, there's a good chance it could get wet. So maybe bring a lighter bag. It's a bit difficult and involves some climbing, as you can see here.
Oh, really?
Yay, we finally made it to the punch bowl. The water is so beautiful and clear. I just couldn't resist jumping in. Even though it was freezing, I decided to go for a swim, and it was totally worth it. I made it. You guys should definitely try it. This has become one of my favorite trails in LA. And I have some drone shots at the end of this video, so enjoy.